Hello and welcome back. We're here for another episode of Crafting at Home from Aram Public Library. My name is Susan. Today we are going to be making a tri-fold luminary so that you have a way to display some of those lovely summer photos that we have. The one that you're looking at right here, these are 3 by 5 inch frames and black and white photos, and I'll explain how I printed those in just a minute. And we're going to make the next size up. We're going to be making a 4 by 6 today. So let's start with our supplies. I have 3 4 by 6 frames which I've taken apart. So these are just the frames, the glass is here. Now the back, which you're used to using to stand it up or to hang it on, we don't need these, and I'll explain why later, and I am just going to put those to the side. These are called 4 by 6 inch frames because of the size of the opening here, not the size of the frame. So the photo that I'm going to be putting in here will be 4 by 6 inches. I'm also going to be using a mirror to help strengthen the power of the little candle. This is Scotch brand Expression washi tape. So I have 2 gold, and I have the gold because it matches the edge of the frame. I did use a pair of scissors, and I used a pen, and I used vellum paper. So let's talk a little bit about vellum paper. Now you might be familiar with this because very often it is used inside a wedding invitation as a protection sheet for the invitation itself. It is translucent, meaning light shows through it, and that's what we need to make the luminary work. Now vellum comes in different decorations. It's generally in shades of white and cream and gold, and you buy it in single sheets. You're going to get it at a scrapbook store. I believe that these are from Michael's, and you pay per sheet as you would for any other kind of scrapbook paper. Now all I did was select photos off of our home computer, and I printed them. Now the ones in our sample up here I printed in black and white. And again, these were 3 by 5. I'm going to take the exact same 3 photos. I printed them in 4 by 6, and that's what we're going to use to build our example today. All right, so we're just going to put these to the side. And I'm going to start with my first frame. So as I said, I've taken the frame apart, and I have all the pieces laid out. Oh, let me give you a caution, something I learned the hard way with the little ones that I bought. Even though these frames say they're 4 by 6, when you buy them, you want to check and make sure that they are all the same height. Because even though they're supposed to be the same, it doesn't always work out. And then you have a problem when you go to put them together. I did have that problem on the smaller one that I did. So I'm going to start again. Here's my frame. It's taken apart. I have that little edges all pushed up there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first photo. It is cut to fit in here. To cut it, all I did was take the glass, put it face down on top of my photo, and drew lines around it. Now I am going to put the color side down. I want the color side out. I'm just going to drop this in. I am going to take a piece of glass and I'm going to put that in here. Now I did see this project on YouTube, and the demonstrator didn't use the glass. I like the glass because vellum, as you'll see, is very flimsy or flexible, and I want that photo to stay secure. And then I'm going to use the little clips to hold the glass in place, and I'm going to push them all the way down. Now I don't believe, this is fine for me, because when I flip it over, you'll notice that the photo is not moving, it's not making any noise. If you wanted to, you could easily use a little bit of hot glue there. So our first one is done. I'll put this over here, and I'm going to take this frame, put it upside down. I'm going to take my next photo, color side down or out, whichever way you want to talk about it. And I'm going to put a piece of glass on here to hold that photo flat. And I'm going to close the clips. Another advantage to not using hot glue is you would be able to replace this later with fall photos or holiday photos, party photos. And here's our third one. And again, my thank you to all the crafters on YouTube and Pinterest who so generously share their ideas. And again, this is secure. It's not making a whole lot of noise. Alright, so now I'm going to take my 3 photos. I don't believe it makes any difference what order you put them in. And I'm going to put them face down on the table. Turn it this way. And I am going to grab, this is some gold washi tape. This is by Scotch. It's called Expressions. You could use a similarly sized duct tape if you wanted to. Packing tape might work. And I am just going to go right down the seam where the 2 frames meet. This is going to be on the inside. Nobody's going to see it. And then I'm just going to clip right here at the end. Now, it is a little bit bigger than the frame, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And then I am going to do the next one, line up the frames. It is washi tape, which is a paper tape. Washi was the original Japanese brand name. And of course now it's made by companies all over the world. Now to create that tri-fold, all you're going to do is this. And then we can put a candle in there. But I'm going to add 1 extra piece just to give it a little bit of polish. So I have 2 pieces. I'm going to prop that up with my scissors. And I'm going to take this washi tape, which has a little bit of a pattern on it. These tapes do come in many patterns and made by many companies. I happened to get this at Walmart. It was just available. And it matched my frame nicely. So I'm going to put this on the outside between 2 frames just to give it a little bit more stability. And I'm going to clip that off. And you do want to make sure that it is down there. Then I am going to open that one. And I'm going to put some washi tape on this one. I tried some of the luminaries that use 4 frames, and they required a lot of hot glue, and they weren't symmetrical, which I just didn't care for. And this is so much easier. And I'm going to just clip this. Now, if you wanted to put tape on the 3rd one to create a solid luminary, you certainly can, but you don't have to. This one stands up nicely. So what I'm going to do, they did recommend on the YouTube video that I watched that you set your luminary on a mirror, because that helps the light to expand and display better. So here we go. A 4 by 6 inch 3-sided luminary, and you're using electric or battery candles. You are not using real flame. With something like this, where there's a nice wide border on there, you could get gold letters and put the name of whoever the photo is there. You could put a year on it, or a title about what it is, if it's like a graduation party or something. The nice part about this is you can take it apart, and in December you could put some Christmas pictures in there, And wouldn't this make a nice little surprise gift for somebody? So here you go. A nice way to display your summer photos. Nice and easy. All the supplies are available locally. And a little luminary to celebrate the people in your life. Enjoy.